Hello everybody and welcome to my Dallas Turner prospect breakdown. Turner, the 6'4", 242-pound edge rusher from Alabama, is my third edge rusher in the 2024 NFL draft class. But as always, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and follow my Twitter and my TikTok and support my Patreon if you want access to my 2024 NFL draft board. But Dallas Turner, the former 5-star from the 2021 high school class, went to Alabama and became an immediate impact player. As a true freshman, he had 8.5 sacks and was named a freshman All-American by 24/7 Sports. In 2022, even with fewer sacks, he was still productive alongside All-American Will Anderson and had 37 pressures and 4.5 sacks. But 2023 was his best year in college, booming in production with 10 sacks and 55 pressures, 14th in the FBS, along with 53 total tackles and 2 forced fumbles, and having an 89.3 PFF pass rush grade. In 2023, he was a consensus All-American, first-team All-ACC, and the 2023 SEC Defensive Player of the Year. Turner's biggest strength comes from his speed off of the line of scrimmage. He can combine his quick first step with his flexibility and bend to win on the outside shoulder of tackles. With a defined pass rush plan along with good pass rush moves, he can win from the tackle's inside shoulder and outside shoulder. Turner's favorite pass rush moves are his dip and rip and ghost rush, along with his bull rush. He can also convert his speed to power, pushing back offensive tackles, and uses his pass rush motor to get pushback and finish plays. He is also very athletic and has used that to his advantage since high school. Overall, I would consider Turner one of the best pure pass rushers in this class, and is a pure outside linebacker, whether that's 3-4 or 4-3, and he can be a consistent and productive pass rusher at generating pressure and getting sacks. However, I have two big defined weaknesses with Dallas Turner's game. My first main critique is that Turner doesn't generate or possess elite power for the edge position. Against stronger and sturdy tackles, his bull rush seems ineffective and he doesn't get that much pushback. And the second main critique is his run defending ability. Turner can struggle to shed blocks on run plays, as well as struggling to set the edge, and doesn't fare well at all against double teams. Now, both weaknesses can be slightly attributed to his smaller frame at 6'4", 242 pounds, combined with the lack of elite power. Another common critique I see on the internet among draft analysts is that he needs to polish his pass rushing technique a bit, which I think is valid. However, I don't view Turner as having raw technique or being a raw pass rusher. With a solid pass rush plan and good pass rush moves that he goes to often, I wouldn't say his technique is bad. But with all that being said, let's get into the film breakdown. I'm going to start off this film breakdown going by the worst game, arguably against Texas, where he only attributed to 1 pressure. On this play, Kelvin Banks does a good job at stopping Dallas Turner. Here's another example where Kelvin Banks is able to get a good drop back and able to turn Dallas Turner away from Quinn Ewers. But here's the first and technically only pressure in this game. Dallas Turner uses a bull rush and then chops away at his right hand, is able to hit Quinn Ewers and force an incompletion. Look at how Turner is actually late on this play. However, he's able to box out and overpower Jatavion Sanders to eliminate the hole and tackle Jonathan Brooks in space. A bit of a better game here against Ole Miss. He had 6 sacks in this game. However, on this play, he's not able to generate enough pressure, even with a big runway. Again, as I previously mentioned, that's one of my big weaknesses for him. The next 2 clips are going to be about his run defending. Look at how on this play, he's not able to shed at all. He's actually being pushed back a ton with only 1 arm from number 79. Again, this is another play displaying why I don't think he's the best run defender. Again, only 1 hand is keeping him boxed out and he's not able to shed either. And the run play goes for longer than it should. Alright, so on this play, Dallas Turner gets a free lane to the quarterback. However, the guard is just going to rip him by his shoulder. That's definitely holding. I think it was flagged. But from this point on, now we're going to get some fun pass rushes. Dallas Turner starts with a bull rush and then is able to beat the tackle on the outside shoulder, runs and tracks down the quarterback, and gets him by the legs to get the sack. If Dallas Turner is going to be run defending at all, he should be standing up, because on this play, he's able to get a quick first step off of the line and beat the guard to the pole and brings down the running back easily for a big loss. One of Dallas Turner's favorite pass rush moves is his ghost rush. Look at how he just dips his left hand under the tackle's arm and then runs past him and then swallows up Jackson Dart for the sack. Second sack of the game, actually. And if you can see at the top of your screen, that ball comes loose. Look at how quick Dallas Turner gets off of the line. This probably was a misassignment by Texas A&M, but since nobody's blocking Dallas Turner, he's able to get a hit on the quarterback. On this play, Turner is going to win to the inside shoulder of the tackle with one of his signature dip and rips. He's able to get a hand on the QB and force him out of the pocket. On this play, Dallas Turner is going to stutter, go, and beating the center to his block and gets a free hit on the quarterback back, kind of leveling him. On this play, Turner isn't able to win with his primary dip and rip, however is going to keep the play going, not giving up, and is able to once again get a big hit on the quarterback, even though it's complete. And then for the last example of the Texas A&M game, Dallas Turner is going to start with a bull rush and just keep on working the offensive tackle until he gets a sack. Moving out of the Georgia film, on this play, Dallas Turner is able to convert his speed to power, pushing back the offensive tackle to get a sack on Carson Beck. Here's another pressure from the Georgia game. Dallas Turner is able to get his hands out early, but is only able to get his hand up before Carson Beck throws the check down. And then for the last play I want to show in the film breakdown, Dallas Turner is going to start on the outside shoulder of the tackle and then moves inside after Carson Beck steps up in the pocket, but then the offensive tackle falls on him and Carson Beck is able to get out of the pocket. My player comparison for Dallas Turner is going to be Brian Burns. Shout out to NFL draft analyst Lance Zierlein because me and him share a comparison with Dallas Turner. Burns and Turner are very similar players with similar skill set and size. Burns is 6'5", 250 and Turner is 6'4", 242. Turner is a bit smaller, but they both win with their quick first step and use their bend and pass rush moves to win. But both also have a really similar weakness in that they don't stop the run that well. Burns has never had a PFF run defense grade over 63 and multiple in the 50s and below. But both are consistent pass rushers who are productive at generating pressure and sacks. And for my prospect grade on Dallas Turner, I'm giving him a 6.40 prospect grade or a borderline first round grade. He's my 15th player on my 2024 big board and my edge 3. Even though I have Turner as a borderline first round grade, I still think he goes within the first 8 to 15 picks and is probably the edge 1 or edge 2 selected in the draft. And I think Turner in the NFL has the potential to be a 10 sack edge rusher. And most of his productivity in the NFL should come as a pass rusher first. I believe that Turner can be a productive edge rusher or outside linebacker in the NFL, but my fear that his inability to stop the run or be forced to rely on his speed, athleticism, and bend alone can cause him to be inconsistent. I also fear that without consistent pressure, Turner will be reduced to a situational pass rusher. However, I don't worry about Turner's sack numbers. He always had 1 or 2 splash plays per game at Alabama, and those splash plays will continue to give him opportunities. I also think Turner fits best in a 3-4 system as a 3-4 outside linebacker, instead of a 4-3 defensive end or outside linebacker like he was at Alabama. I say this because when I was doing my film, I saw that when his hands were in the dirt, he was a bit slower to get off of the line and he didn't generate as much power as when he was standing up. And when he's standing up, he's also faster off of the line. And for my board ranking, I do have him as an edge 3 behind Leia Tulutu and Jared Verse, which I will eventually hopefully get both a film breakdown for. But if Turner can bulk up a little, refine his technique, and get better against the run, he should be a productive player in the NFL for a while. And I also think out of the big 3, Dallas Turner probably has the most pass rushing potential. But that's going to do it for this video. Let me know your views on Dallas Turner. Let me know your views on the edge class. Make sure you guys go watch the rest of my prospect breakdown series. I've already done my entire top 10. And as always, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, follow my Twitter, follow my TikTok, and support my Patreon if you want access to my 2024 NFL draft board. And I'll see you guys in the next video.